Incoming transmission.
Picture this. A recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 20th of April. We're looking at Knights of the Round on the arcade today. A 3-player affair, which is quite cool. You saw the character select there. I'm going to play as Arthur through this review today. Nice solid animations. Really nice attack anims as well. This game features, unusually for a beat-em-up, a level-up system, which is quite cool, actually. You can see Arthur starts with bare minimal armour and stuff like that. Yeah, these guys look familiar, but it's basically your final fight and sort of Golden Axe affair, but it's really ramped it up. This one didn't actually receive, I think it was released on the Super Nintendo, but it didn't actually receive any other home ports. I think it was on a compilation for the PlayStation 2, and I think it received a PSP release in a compilation as well, but it was only on the Super Nintendo that it actually got a proper conversion. There we go, Thundercats ho! But yeah, it follows the legend of Arthur. So you can play as Arthur. I can't find Lancelot and I can't remember the last guy's name. Perceval, something like that. Anyway. You can play 3 players simultaneously in this game, which is really cool. Only 2 players on the SNES version. As you can probably imagine, that's quite difficult. Here's our first boss. He's quite cool looking. That's one thing I do like about this game, actually. All the characters are really nicely drawn. It's like really robust. Really like the fact that Arthur is drawn really nicely. This boss is really cool. Gives an idea there that he's a bit of a big fella. Oh, he just chucked me over. That's not nice. You can see the heads-up display is quite nice as well. I like the fact when you beat people up, they lose their armour as well. I think that's quite a cool feature. You can see with the standard beat 'em up, you get the health bars as standard. But as you level up through the game, your armour and your weapon will also get upgraded as well. Now, your next level score is underneath your health bar at the top there, as I'm level 1 at the moment. I need 12,000 XP to level up. Now, that comes in the form of excuse me, finishing the levels, gaining treasures and all sorts of stuff like that. That's how you level up. That will give you better armor and better weapons, which we hopefully will show you as we go along in this review. Sound wise is really nice as well. Some really nice meaty thuds and clunks as you hit your opponents. I think that's really quite nice as well. I love the fact it's 3 players. I think that's really nice. So I've got 2,000 points there. Let's see if I can level up and get something cool. So there we go. There we go. Are we going to level up? We are! There we go, level 2. So now I've got a new sword. You can see that. My armour changed slightly. I think that's a really nice feature. The fact you're actually working towards something and getting your character leveled up so they become more powerful as you go. It's a bit like an RPG type mixed in with a side-scrolling beat-em-up, really. But it's so smooth. The animations are absolute class on this game. Really, really like this. I've been looking forward to reviewing this for quite a long time. So I will get around to doing the SNES version as well, of course, because it's always good to compare. They're very colourful fellows, aren't they? But just this game just screams quality. I mean, it's Capcom. What do you expect? They could have just done a copy and paste of Final Fight. Essentially that's what they've done. But they've done it with style. If you hadn't actually played Final Fight before, this game would stand out to you as a pretty damn good game. Because that's exactly what it is. I love the fact you collect treasure as well. It's like whatever you can destroy, there's normally some goodies hiding behind it. So that's really nice as well. You can change characters. I think as if you lose all your lives, you can choose a different character. Obviously, being the 1-player option that we're on now, you can choose whichever character you want. On the startup screen, as you saw right at the start of the review, it looked like you could only pick Arthur, but no, you can pick anyone you want. This guy looks a bit like Death Adder from Golden Axe, doesn't he? But Golden Axe being Sega, that wouldn't be possible now, would it? So there we go. But yeah, very nice, and we should be able to ride this horse and go around and club people with our sword. If I can get on there. Oh, no, jumped too far. Nope. I will get there eventually. Just bear with me. I will get on that horse in a minute. And there's another guy trotting towards it. I think he's going to try and... There we go. We can slice and dice them from the horse now. And I think the horse can actually trample them as well, which is another nice feature. So, it pretty much... You know, it's one of those games that I would say, if you haven't played it yet, you've got to play it. Especially if you're a beat-em-up fan. Because this is one of those ones that you really wouldn't want to miss. I remember playing Knights of the Round a long time ago. Western Supermare Arcade actually had this. And that's where I very first played this, along with a lot of other arcade games, like New Zealand Story, for example, was another one I played there. And well, we've leveled up again. Now I've got some nice shiny armour and my sword's a bit bigger. Pac-Land was another one, and Rodland I think was there as well. So there's quite a lot of games that I actually played first time Western Supermare. But I digress. Yeah, Knights of the Round. It's an absolutely brilliant game, and I think if you've not played it yet, or you like the look of this game, track it down. It's still out there, I promise. So, tell me in the comments, what are your thoughts on this game? Have you played Knights of the Round? Would you like to play Knights of the Round? Would this be something that you'd get your mates around and play? Because I think the PlayStation version with a multi-tap, I think, had the option to do it. And you should be able to find that version of the game fairly easily. Through eBay or whatever. I wouldn't have thought it would be too rare to find. Of course, some of the Capcom compilations do go for a song, so you just got to be careful how much you spend. But you should be able to find either the PSP version, obviously that's going to be single player, or the PS2 version, or maybe you're lucky enough to find the Super Nintendo version and play with a mate. Now, who would you play with? Who would you play as? Would you play as Arthur? Would you play as? I just can't get these names today. Lancelot and Perceval. Who would you like to play as? Who would you sort of designate your mate to play as? And why? That's another one. And why? Because you've got to have a reason why you would give your mate maybe the duff characters. I don't know. I quite like Arthur here. I think he's quite cool. I haven't really played the other guys, but this might be something I can do on a live stream. Give you guys more of the game. Maybe try and get through it and complete it. Live streams are planned, by the way. But I might be doing them through Facebook. So if you haven't actually got me on Facebook yet, find Retro Revival Show on Facebook and give us a like. All my videos are posted there as well. That's where my live streaming will probably start. And if we're successful and it's popular, we might hit YouTube as well. Anyway, what are your thoughts on live streams? Would you like to see some gaming done live where you can just join in and say hello rather than sort of reviewing? We just chill out and talk to each other about retro games. What do you think? Comments and feedback are always appreciated from you guys. So I look forward to hearing what you've got to say about everything. Let me know if you played Knights of the Round. Have you completed Knights of the Round? What was your favourite character and why? Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I shall wrap that up. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will catch you on Monday for a brand new review. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in. Keep it retro, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now!